What's up, guys? This is GalaxyTech21 here. Today we're going to talk about the iPhone 5S. I know you guys like to have the real thing in the real hands, but I may have rumors since it's not going to come out till around June. First off, let's talk about the release date of this device. The iPhone 5S is supposed to be featured sometime around June. There are also rumors about saying that it is going to have a cheap version coming out in September. The cheaper version of the phone is supposed to feature the same things as the iPhone 5S, premiering in June, except it will be cheaper build quality and have a different material, probably such as plastic, and it's supposed to be smaller. I find that if this phone is released, it will be about $100, somewhere around there, but I don't see Apple releasing a phone that is this cheap. What I mean is that Apple is a premium company, or in other words, a get-and-go company. They don't release crappy products. They work on their products until it's done, and then they release it. Okay, now to the original iPhone 5S, this phone is supposed to feature new things, such as a 13-megapixel camera that far surpasses the Galaxy Note 2's camera and the iPhone 5's camera. Now, they're going to need this camera if they're going to keep up with the competition and stay ahead of Samsung. Now, one of the major things that came as a surprise to me was I heard that Apple was going to give the new phone a greater gigabyte size. And this just means that there's more memory for you to do way more stuff. I always hated how on the iPhones and Apple products you couldn't add memory to your device. But now they are talking about adding about 100 gigabytes to its newest phone. How amazing is that? Some laptops don't even have that much gigabyte area. That's going to allow us to do so much more stuff with the apps that are capable, and I think it's just going to make everything much better and easier to use. Another new feature they're talking about adding to the iPhone 5S is a fingerprint scanner. Now, this will actually be pretty hard to incorporate into a phone. They have done it with laptops, but into a phone it might be hard. But if they can pull this off, it will be so great. Now, they're talking about having it, like, underneath the home button or something. That way it can be, like, your lock-in screen. So, like, maybe it memorizes your fingerprint and you can put it on it, and that's how you get in your phone. So that means no one can get in your phone. It's going to be amazing. So, that's one of the things I think that would be great, only if they can put it in well. Because if this goes well, this could open up so many new possibilities. Now, the next thing I'd like to talk about is iOS 7. This is something that I have been looking forward to because they're talking about finally changing the format of iOS. This could be a new era for iPhone's iOS. iOS has always been this boring thing. It's been the same thing since the beginning. And they're talking about changing the format of it and recreating a whole new image for iOS. I hope that this new iOS works efficiently and doesn't have too many bugs, because I don't have to wait for like 4 more updates until they finally fix all those bugs. I hope this new iOS is very efficient and worth its weight. Alright, the past few years Apple has been doing pretty well. They've really raised the standard for what we think of the iPhone and all of its other products. And now, in 2013, there are so many new products that are being spread across the board. We have the iWatch, the iPhones, the cheaper iPhones, all this new stuff that's coming out, and it's just going to be great. Now, there are 2 things that I want to talk about before I leave. Those 2 things are NFC and wireless charging. These are both things that would most definitely improve the new upcoming device. NFC is the first one I would like to talk about. NFC has been doing great ever since they got released onto the phone markets. Samsung hit a home run putting it in their phones, and I think it was a mistake Apple didn't put it in their 5. But they're talking about doing it now, and I guess better late than never, because I really think they could have made way more profits if they would have put it in the 5 than waiting to put it in the 5S. Because now, NFC is one of the older things, you know. Samsung already did it, so there's not that much amazement as there was before. Whenever NFC came out on the Samsung, that was one of their biggest hit-offs. People talked about NFC and how they could share videos, share photos with the touch of a back of the phone. And it was an amazing idea. But now NFC's gotten a little bit older, so it won't wow people as much as it did when it first came out. Lastly, I'm going to talk about wireless charging. Now, this is an idea that I've been thinking of for a long time, and there's so many things you could do with wireless charging. Now, I don't know how they're going to use it. They might make it where you just flip on your Wi-Fi and it starts charging your phone. Or the way I think they're going to do it is actually make like a pad that whenever you put your phone on top of it, it will begin to charge your phone. So that way, you can get rid of the hassle of having long cords, and there will still be that chance that you're allowed to charge with your cord, but it'll be so much easier to have just like a pad you put somewhere on the counter, say, and then you could buy family ones that you basically just put your all your phones across it, and it would charge all your phones at once. And possibly it'll be battery used, or the way I think it better be used, that would make it used a lot better, is using an outlet. That way you only have to use one outlet instead of 5 outlets to charge 5 phones. You could use one outlet to charge the entire family's phones. That's why I think this idea is so revolutionary. Because it's just so much easier to charge your phones, because, to be honest, I hate plugging my phone in. I really do. And one of the things I hate doing is a lot of phones have a chrome finish, which means that whenever you charge your phone, a lot of times you scratch that chrome finish because you're not always carefully placing it in the port. So the thing is, I think this will revolutionize the whole new idea of charging. And I think this could bring Apple back on top. Thanks for watching, guys. Please tell me the new ideas you think that should be put in the next generation of phones. And this is Galaxy Tech 21. Please subscribe. See you.